Authors preface the situation in Vietnam after April 30th, 1975, was a tragedy for everyone, including those who were considered victors. However, it was the people in the South who suffered the most from the consequences of the nation's upheavals. If we were to use a single person's life to describe the destiny of a nation, it would be an impossible task. Yet, we can liken a person's life to a river, sometimes turbulent, sometimes calm, flowing smoothly through fragrant meadows and cool grasslands, or winding through narrow, treacherous ravines. For those who lived between two regimes during the upheaval of Black April 1975, a time of profound national transformation, the ups and downs of their lives mirrored the unpredictable course of a river. The protagonist of this story, intentionally or unintentionally, bears a name associated with a famous piece of music inspired by a renowned river, the Danube. I have enjoyed Johann Strauss Jr.'s The Blue Danube many times, been captivated by its melody, and even tried to play it, though I could never fully capture its alternating serenity and vibrancy. Inspired by this, I decided to write a story loosely connected to that song, not about the song itself, but about the turbulent life of a girl named Tan Ha. In my view, her name evokes the essence of the river often called the Blue Danube. Tan Ha's life is a reflection of the many lives caught in the suffering of a country torn apart. While she is not meant to symbolize an entire generation, her experiences and the struggles of those around her echo the tragedies that truly occurred in Vietnam. Born into luxury, Tan Ha was swept into the chaos of her country's upheavals, experiencing countless twists and turns. Like a boat caught in a whirlpool, she was dragged into circumstances beyond her control. Life's cruelty pushed her to the brink, where she no longer recognized herself, her identity, her past, or her future. At times, she even questioned her very existence. For Tan Ha, love, if it existed, was fleeting, like a spark of light that vanished just as quickly, leaving behind only sorrow. Family bond became vague and unreliable, appearing and disappearing like illusions. Despite being born into a life of privilege and pampering, she was thrust into such extreme suffering that she lost all sense of who she was, where she came from, or even a heritage that defined her. Perhaps it was her misfortune, or perhaps it was precisely this detachment that allowed her to endure unimaginable hardships. In response to some of your comments, I would like to clarify my choice of the title A Life, a river instead of the river of life, as some have suggested for brevity. This story is about the life of a specific individual, not an abstract commentary on life in general. Tan Ha's name coincides with the name of a river, and if her experiences resonate with certain moments in other lives, it is purely coincidental. The suffering of Vietnam was not confined to one person, and the events that shaped Tan Ha's life were shared by many. Just as rivers in Europe, Asia, America, or Africa have similar flows, sometimes gentle, sometimes fierce, so do human experiences share universal patterns. Whether it's the Danube, the Mekong, the Mississippi, or the Nile, rivers remind us of life's ebb and flow, its triumphs and tribulations. I originally wrote this as an outline for a longer story, constrained by time. Now, having fulfilled my obligations to Uncle Sam, I can devote myself more fully to its development. Thank you for reading and for your thoughtful comments on this work in progress. Princess City, Indiana, Winter 2024.